Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The Greensboro Water Resources Department is sharing tips if you notice an issue with your water, such as an unusual color, taste, or smell. The first step is to report it by calling the Water Resources 24-hour dispatch line at 336-373-2033. After the city receives your concern, we'll dispatch a crew to the location to investigate. Crews are typically on site within hours and may take action such as flushing hydrants to clear the water lines. If you have concerns for the quality of the water inside your home or business beyond its clarity, our water supply laboratory will reach out to schedule a site visit to collect samples for testing. Bacteriological results are available within 24 hours. Other test results for metals or inorganics are mailed within a week. Your water safety is always the city's top priority. Staff conducts more than 400,000 water quality tests each year to make sure Greensboro's drinking water meets or exceeds all state and federal standards. The annual Drinking Water Quality Consumer Confidence Report confirms the city's compliance with federal and state regulations. The annual report and monthly water quality reports are available on the city's website. Congratulations are in order for City of Greensboro Senior Assistant Attorney Rosetta Davis. She has been promoted to the position of Deputy City Attorney. In this capacity, Davis will play a key role in leading the city's legal team, advancing the mission of providing ethical and effective governance for fellow departments and the residents of Greensboro. Davis has been with the city since September 2016. Prior to that, in 2012, she was an associate with Goodman McGoffey in Charlotte, where she specialized in workers' compensation. Davis began her career in 2008 as the Assistant District Attorney in Guilford County. City Manager Nathaniel Trey Davis said Ms. Davis has demonstrated unwavering dedication, exceptional legal expertise, and a deep commitment to public service. This promotion is a natural next step, and I'm confident Rosetta will bring the same degree of integrity and professionalism to this role. Davis is a member of the North Carolina Bar Association and the Greensboro Bar Association. She serves on the boards of Generation Ed and Miriam Brenner Children's Museum. Davis earned a bachelor's degree from North Carolina A&T State University and a Juris Doctorate from Cooley Law School in Lansing, Michigan. The Southeast Tourism Society has designated the North Carolina Folk Festival as one of its signature events of the Southeast for 2025, recognizing it among the region's top annual festivals. Travel industry experts select these top events each year, shining a spotlight on the people and experiences that make them special. North Carolina Folk Festival Executive Director Jody Ruppel said this recognition inspires our commitment to keep growing with more amazing artists, diverse traditions, and bringing new audiences to Greensboro to experience the vibe of our festival and our city. The 2025 North Carolina Folk Festival will fill downtown Greensboro with the sounds of global music from September 12th to September 14th. This year's headlines include Sammy Ray and the Friends, Arrested Development, and Steep Canyon Rangers. The three-day festival, now in its 11th year, began as the National Folk Festival before transitioning into its North Carolina version. It draws more than 100,000 visitors to downtown Greensboro annually. For more than 40 years, the Southeast Tourism Society has celebrated the Southeast Premier Festivals, honoring the dedication of event organizers while providing additional exposure to events. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
So common triggers for allergies are divided into seasonal and perennial. So seasonal ones would be the more traditional pollens. So there's tree pollen, which tends to pop up in March, April, and then there's grass and weed pollens, which kind of take over in May, June, and July. And then another pollen that is common in the fall is ragweed pollen. And it starts in August and continues until the first frost. The perennial allergens are ones that are in our home. So that includes things like pet dander, Molds are also one that can be both inside and outside. There are indoor molds, and then the outdoor molds are present during the wetter parts of the year. And then there are also dust mites. They live where we tend to sleep. So in our bed, in our pillows, they can live on the carpet, and they feed off of our dead skin cells. So once you figure out what you're allergic to, we have ways to avoid exposures to those allergens. So for instance, during the pollen seasons, you can keep your windows closed, tend to use your air conditioning, change your clothes when you come inside, taking off your shoes as you go inside. A lot of our patients like to wash their pets with a damp rag when they come inside the home. Some patients will have problems with gardening and mowing their lawns, and they get a lot of relief out of using a dust mask. We also do a lot of nasal saline rinsing. It does a couple of things. The salt water actually thins out your mucus and helps the mucus to drain from your sinuses and your nose better, and it also gets rid of all the pollens and the allergens in your nose, so it can stop that allergic reaction. We live in an age where there are a lot of great over-the-counter medications for allergies. Diphenhydramine is probably the oldest one, but it does cause some side effects like sleepiness. There are some great other medications that don't cause the sleepiness, such as cetirizine or fexofenadine. So you can try those to see if you get relief. And there are some fantastic nasal sprays, such as fluticasone or mometasone, that can block the allergic response in your nose. If you've done all those at home and you're still having symptoms, or you don't like taking a medication on a daily basis, I get that, or you want to figure out what is causing your symptoms, certainly seek allergist help and we can figure out what's causing your symptoms.
Greensboro Television Network is conducting a survey to capture feedback from you, our viewers. And there's time to train for the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro Television Network, or GTN, is conducting a survey to capture feedback about your viewer experience. Your input will help the channel identify improvements to better serve the community. Greensboro Television Network has gone through several upgrades over the past couple of years to make GTN more accessible to viewers on cable and now streaming platforms. Whether you are a longtime viewer or new to the channel, we are interested to hear what you have to say about GTN. Your input is very valuable. You can access the short survey by zapping the QR code on the screen. There is a total of 8 short questions ranging from how do you access the channel and how often do you watch GTN to what programming would you like to see on the channel. The survey is posted on the homepage of the city's website and on our social media platforms. Thank you in advance for your participation. The City of Greensboro's Public Safety Departments will host the annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb on Saturday, September 13th. This commemorates the 24th anniversary of the terrorist attacks in New York City and Pennsylvania on September 11, 2001. Registration starts at 8 a.m. and the climb will begin at 9 a.m. Participants will meet at the Eugene Street parking deck located at 215 North Eugene Street. This meaningful tribute brings the community together and honors the public safety personnel who lost their lives on September 11. Greensboro Fire Chief Jim Robinson said the stair climb is more than just a tribute. It's a reminder of the courage and sacrifice shown on one of our nation's darkest days. Although the climb can be difficult, this event helps us continue to serve with the same spirit as those first responders 24 years ago. Participants will climb the deck 9 times, which totals 73 flights of stairs, symbolizing the highest floor reached by New York City firefighters during their heroic response. ISI Elite Training will lead a pre-climb warm-up. Event t-shirts will be available for $15 along with other merchandise. Proceeds from the sales will benefit the Greensboro Firefighter Historical Society, a registered nonprofit. For more information or to register for the stair climb, contact Chief Carol Key at 336-574-4013. Creative Greensboro, the city's Office for Arts and Culture, will award $300,000 through its Sustaining Creativity Community Partnership Grants program. The funds will provide financial support for general operations, administration, and programs for nonprofit arts organizations. This opportunity is designed to extend resources to groups currently not receiving significant financial support from the City of Greensboro. Grant amounts ranging from $10,000 to $25,000 will be awarded to organizations selected by the committee. They will evaluate Guilford County-based nonprofits whose primary mission centers on arts, culture, and creativity, with most public programming happening within Greensboro city limits. Eligible organizations will be considered if they have at least 3 years of public programming history and an operating budget of at least $20,000. To learn more about Creative Greensboro, visit the city's website. If you've set your sights on home ownership but struggle to make it happen, or if being financially stable is a goal you can't quite achieve, one mortgage banker has the answers. Coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to the author of The Banker's Blueprint, a practical guide to financial stability. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Many people struggle with achieving life goals such as home ownership or retirement savings because they lack direction when it comes to clarity and confidence to map out their financial journey. Joining me now to share practical tips from the Banker's Blueprint is Brian Campbell. He is a mortgage banker and motivational speaker. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Carla. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Good to see you. So let's talk about the Banker's Blueprint, what it is, and how did this come about as far as what inspired you to write it?
Yeah, so the Banker's Blueprint is this purpose-driven framework that I developed, and it's from my experience working in corporate America, working in the banking industry for over 20 years, and that's all I've done my whole life.
Yeah.
And so I've seen so many people that have come in contact with me because of their wish of buying a house. And I've seen this consistent struggle. And it wasn't a struggle that they didn't have ambition to purchase a home or to get a loan. It was the lack of guidance.
Right.
You know, it was this lack of sometimes even belief that they could do it. And so when they would come to somebody like me, I would help them out. And I felt like, you know what, in a case like this, I have so much knowledge and I've been doing it for so long, I need to give it out. So I started coming up with these 6 principles: being disciplined, being gratitude, being failure, being vision, being people, and self-care. And I started taking the framework of that to develop this Banker's Blueprint to help people not just with the financial literacy, but with life in general, because I saw that was a big need.
Well, that's a really great way to marry some of the very things that you need to know, like you said, before going into your office at the bank and trying to accomplish something as huge as home ownership. But then, to your point, how do you apply this to your life in general? So tell us the biggest financial mistake people are making, and how does the Banker's Blueprint address it?
Yeah, so when I've had people that I've interacted with, right, and so I've helped more than 2,000 people.
Wow.
And in that time period, the biggest thing that I saw with individuals or families is they lack that guidance. That was the number one thing. But with the guidance, it was just action. So I felt like, you know what, this is something that I can do to help people, even outside the bank, with the knowledge of financial literacy, but giving them some structure, giving them some principles that have helped me along my journey so that they can now learn. It's kind of like giving back.
Absolutely. Now, young professionals, we have lots of college students here in this community. How can they benefit from this framework, because they're going to start, and we obviously want that generation starting off on the right foot?
You said it right there. See, college students, young professionals, they are at that perfect time in their life, because I remember when I was graduating from college, and this was back in 2002. And so I was one of the fortunate ones.
Yeah.
I went straight to the financial industry. So I got all this knowledge. I was exposed. And so I think with the younger folks, professionals and college students, for them, they're in that perfect time to start building that foundation, you know, to kind of start off on the right foot so that they're not in their late 40s, they're not in their 50s, and they're now trying to play catch up. Exactly. Because they didn't learn those traits, they didn't learn those principles.
And it's good to avoid the pitfalls of debt.
Yes.
Before they really get out of the gate, between credit cards that they set up stations all over campus and make it so easy. You have you have no collateral, but we'll give you a credit card. And then to your point, by the time you need the credit score and all that good stuff, you've got lots of credit card debt and maybe student loan debt. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would even say it starts even earlier than that, because that's when it happens in college. But if you're educated even younger than that, then you can avoid that pitfall by walking through campus and getting that credit card application. You can understand what your limitations are, because you may not have income, but you can get a credit card.
Exactly.
What sense does that make?
None. Now, you reference in the blueprint living with intention. What does that look like?
Yeah, so again, going back to lack of guidance, I've seen, again, through my career and in my personal life, people that will say one thing, but they're not marrying up, let's say, their goals with their actions. And so living with intention is kind of marrying those two together. So you just brought up credit card debt, or just debt in general, savings, right? There has to be action that has to take place. So we have to implement, whether it be a budget, whether it be saving for retirement. That's living with intention, because that's setting goals for the future. And so I have seen throughout my career, sometimes people just floating through life. Floating through life and drifting, unfortunately, that's not going to get the things that most likely you're going to want in life.
And discipline is a big part of that.
That's right.
So before we wrap it up, if viewers are listening to this and they feel like I need the guidance that Brian is talking about, how can they learn more about the Banker's Blueprint and connect with you?
Yeah, so I do have a website, and that would be the best place. So I have what's called my starter guide for the Banker's Blueprint at bcinspires.com. And so that starter guide goes more in depth about what is the Banker's Blueprint with these 6 principles. Again, being discipline, failure, confidence, the principles of vision. And so they'll be able to get more details about what the blueprint is about. But if people follow me online, social media, and you send me a DM and you put FYI BB for the Banker's Blueprint, I'll send them a workbook. And that workbook actually goes into more detail. I have frameworks, I have step-by-step guides, I have a gratitude journal as a bonus content to help people think about what they're grateful for. But also I have visions in there for people to write out so that they can have goals to achieve.
Okay, well, thank you, Brian. We appreciate you not only stopping by, but giving us a snippet and a preview of what the Banker's Blueprint is about, how it can be beneficial no matter what age. But we want to get the younger folks in on this early. And it is truly a valuable resource. Do come back and give us other tips and dive a little deeper into some of these goals.
That's right. Yep, the principles.
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. Coming up after the break, we'll pay tribute to the late Honorable Mr. Jim Melvin. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Today's segment is a tribute from Mayor Nancy Vaughn to the late Jim Melvin, affectionately known as Mr. Greensboro. The community mourns the loss of former Mayor Jim Melvin, who held the office from 1971 to 1981, leading with vision, dedication, and a deep belief in Greensboro's potential. At all times, Melvin was driven by a desire to make Greensboro the best it could be, planning carefully for future growth and working to ensure our residents had access to well-paying jobs. His service to the city did not end when he left public office. As president of the Joseph M. Bryan Foundation, Melvin pursued bold, transformative projects that will continue to shape our future for decades. Chief among them was his early, unwavering vision for bringing the Toyota battery manufacturing North Carolina plant to our region. Years before it became a reality, he recognized the site's potential to create thousands of good-paying jobs, attract significant investment, and transform the economic future of Greensboro and the surrounding area. Melvin's work touched every corner of Greensboro, from education and the arts to sports and economic development. Many of our city's greatest achievements carry his fingerprints and reflect his belief that Greensboro could compete and win on the national stage. Jim Melvin will be remembered not only for what he built, but for the way he built it, with respect, generosity, and an unshakable dedication to this community. His legacy is etched into the very fabric of Greensboro, and his example will continue to inspire us to think big, work together, and always put our city first.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The Great Southeastern Pollinator Census is August 23rd at the Kathleen Clay Edwards Family Branch Library. Enjoy an outdoor citizen science event to explore the impact of native plants on pollinators. Engage in hands-on learning with Guilford Military Park's environmental educators while contributing to scientific research. Dress for the weather and register online at greensborolibrary.org. The Rockets Man Show, a tribute to Elton John, returns to the Tanger Center August 23rd. The show stars Russ Anderson, Elton John's official 70s body double, as featured in the Farewell Yellow Brick Road World Tour. Chosen by the man himself, Anderson's performance pilots a night of greatest hits, gorgeous costumes, and fierce piano playing. Find tickets at tangercenter.com. Kids, say goodbye to summer August 24th with a free back-to-school bash at the Craft Recreation Center. Free haircuts, school supplies, and food will be given out during the event. Kids may also play recreational games for prizes. Learn more about this free event online at greensboro-nc.gov. The Greensboro History Museum welcomes award-winning writer Elizabeth Evitz Dickinson August 25th for the 2025 Wicker Endowment Lecture. Dickinson will share how fashion innovator Claire McCarl popularized comfort and practicality in women's wear with zippers, pockets, ballet flats, and more. Learn more about this free event at greensborohistory.org. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Guilford Works, in partnership with the North Carolina Commerce Department's Piedmont Prosperity Zone team, will receive the 2025 Governor's Award of Distinction. This is in the category of Outstanding Economic Impact regarding the Workforce Collaborative Future of the Automotive Community Toyota Strategies, or FACTS project. Outstanding Economic Impact is a new award category, and the Office of Workforce Development is honored to be the first to receive the distinction. Governor Josh Stein said, "I commend Guilford Works' dedication towards workforce development as you positively impact the local, regional, and state economies, as well as the companies and industries with which you collaborate." This marks the second Governor's Award in 2 years. Guilford Works was presented the Innovative Partnerships Award for the Fresh Start Initiative in 2023. Guilford Works Executive Director Danielle Harrison said, "I am extremely proud of the Guilford Works team for their efforts and strategies towards successful recruitment and community outreach. A special thanks to Toyota Battery Manufacturing for its partnership and trust as we continue to support their recruitment and community development efforts." The Governor's Award will be presented in October at the annual NC Works Partnership Conference taking place at the Corey Convention Center in Greensboro. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Solid Waste and Recycling Department. Congratulations are in order for heavy equipment operator Dustin Gordon. He received the Solid Waste Young Professional Award at this year's North Carolina Solid Waste Association of North America Conference. The conference took place in Asheville, North Carolina. Way to go, Dustin. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.